Uncle Ron stuff. Today's episode is how to make a data backup, an external data backup of a Windows PC. Okay, what's data? Anything you create. Documents, scanned of documents, photographs, Word documents, videos and pictures you've taken off of your cell phone. All that is considered data. It's anything you have created, or perhaps someone shared it with you. Home videos. I'm so old that I used to have a non-digital camera, and I converted all my slides to digital format, and I have all those. I hear horror stories all the time where people have loaded their PC up with all these images off their cell phones. They have a system crash or otherwise something goes bad, and they've lost them all. And the only way to deal with that is to make sure you have proper data backup. So how do you do that? I'm going to deal with that in this particular episode. And this particular case will deal with where you have what is known as a D drive. Most PCs only have one hard drive or long-term storage device, and it's known as C, and that's probably what most people have. Some people may have a D drive. In some cases it is a physical drive. In other cases, it's just one drive that's been artificially divided into two hunks, one called C, one called D. I'm going to deal today with just the D issue. That's where I keep all my data. I have a separate hard drive for D. So I keep all of it there, and then periodically I make a backup of that D drive. And in my case, I actually take that D drive, what's known to as off-site storage, and I put it in a lockbox at the bank. I only do it once a year, so I capture, at most I can lose 1 year of data. I will not lose the photographs that were taken in 1957 or any other data that I've accumulated over my 78 years. It's on the computer, and it is pretty massive by this point. Thousands of photographs, videos, and such and such. Okay, so I'm going to deal today with the case of where you're backing up a D drive. I will talk about backing up where you only have a C drive. I will talk about backing up that data in a separate video. Okay, so this is just about backing up your data to an external device that you can keep at your home if you want, or in my case, I keep it in a lockbox at a bank, and it's an illusion perhaps, but inside that bank vault, I think I have some sort of EMP protection. If you don't know, EMP is electromagnetic pulse, which is created by various nuclear weapons, and they destroy electronics. It creates such an ionization that it will wipe out your computer, it wipes out your car electronics, all those sorts of things. In a bank with all the concrete around it and steel around it, I'm hoping I have some sort of EMP protection. So although my computers might be gone, sometime in the future, I may be able to take that hard drive out of that bank vault and be able to recover all my data. Now you say, well, you're being pretty picky about, yeah, I want to preserve the data. I don't know if anybody will ever care after I'm gone, but I do right now. I don't want to lose photographs from 40 years ago, or a spreadsheet that I did, or a document I created to have copies of letters that I've written 20 years ago. Do I really need those? Probably not. But anyway, alright, data backup. This is for the D drive. How do I do it? Okay, what I did is, this is a 10 terabyte hard drive. Okay, so I use it to back up the data on multiple PCs. I use it right now to back up 4 Windows-based PCs, all which have a D drive. I cheat and do it the slow but easy way, and that is this is a normal SATA hard drive, 10 terabytes. And what I did was I bought a USB sort of adapter for this drive, and I bought a power supply for it. So what it allows me to do is attach this drive to my computer via a USB port, and then under Windows Explorer I can go in and say I want all the data on my D drive copied to this particular drive. It doesn't like, I'm doing a grain scanogram, so I'm still playing with it, but anyway, you need a device like this. There are other ways to do it. You can open up your, stop it. You can open up your computer case. You can open up your computer case and attach a 10 terabyte drive to the power supply and the SATA connector, and then find it on your computer. But this is an easier way for me to do it. So I'm going to go ahead and attach it, and then I'll convert over to a screen view to show you how I'm going to actually copy all my data from the D drive to this drive. Okay, that's part 1. The bottom line here is I preach it over and over again. You somehow need a backup of all the data that you have collected over the years on your Windows-based PC. The hard drives can go bad. If it goes bad, you've probably lost all of your pictures, photographs, videos, anything and everything you consider data. Spreadsheets, Word documents, all of it. You need a backup of somehow. This is one way to do it. This is put it on a hard drive. You can, if the data is not massive, you can put it on a thumb drive. Anyway, I will end this one and start the setup of my backup to this drive. Okay, here I am with my particular screen, and I'm going to show you how I'm going to do a data backup of my D drive. And I have already put the drive, connected the drive to the computer through the USB port, and I can confirm that by looking at File Explorer. And you'll see over here, this is my normal C drive with all the data, all of the programs, operating system on it. This is my D drive where I keep all of my data on this particular computer. And this is a DVD drive, of course. But over here you see a let's see. This is the now considered the F drive, and let me see, that's, oh, here it is, new volume D. Okay, this is the 10 terabyte drive. You see it says I've 5 terabytes free of 9.2 terabytes. If I click on that, I will see that here is my backups from, this was 2024, this is 24, this is 24. I've already backed up computer 1. I'm currently setting on computer 3. If I click on that, here is the backup of all my data off of the D drive as of 2024. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I can simply replace that if I want to. I think in the case of computer 1, I kept the 2024 version and the 2020, now have a 2025 version. I think that the 10 terabyte drive has enough to do that. So I'm going to try that with this particular implementation. I'm going to open this up. I'm going to create a new folder, and it's going to be 2024. There we go. Now I'm going to take and copy all of the data that's currently setting on that drive, and I'm going to move it in. Let's try it again. I'm going to take all the data that's on that current drive, and I'm going to cut it, and I'm going to put it over into 2024. I'll do a paste operation. Some sort of glitch with one of them. Okay, now I have moved. If I go up one level, you'll see that under computer tree, I now have all of my 2024 backup. Now here I'm going to create a new folder called 2025. With a 10 terabyte hard drive, I should be able to copy all to that. Now I'm going to come down to my D drive that is holding all of my data. It's currently in the computer, and I'm going to do select all. Now what I probably don't want is, I don't see it right away, but there'll be a volume setting, and what I'm going to do is I can do a copy. I'm a copy of it. I'm going to come back to my local disk F, which I think is, nope, which is the, let's try the G drive. Up one. It's the G drive. Now called J drive. Okay. Now, I'm a computer tree. I have the 2024 version here. I'm going to come up. I'm going to go into 2025, and now I'm going to do a paste operation. I don't know the total gigabytes of this. It's probably 2 terabytes or so. I'm not sure. But I'm in the process of copying my D drive on computer 3 to a folder called 2025 on a 10 terabyte hard drive. And because I'm using USB to do this, the backup may take several hours. USB is incredibly slow, but I've at least started the data backup. And because it's 10 terabyte, I'm hoping I can get 2 years worth of storage. That means I can keep a 2024 version as well as a 2025 version of all of my data. Now perhaps as I move along I'll find out that I don't have enough room on the 10 terabyte to keep 2 copies of everything, but I'll find that out as I move along. On this particular drive, I have already copied computer 1. I'm now doing computer 3. So this is how you go about doing a backup of all of your data that you have on a D drive to an external device. In this case, it is a 10 terabyte hard drive. When I get all done with all of these, I will take this 10 terabyte hard drive back to the bank and put it in a safe deposit box. There are other ways you can do data backup. You need permission. This is, I'll skip it. Now it's ready to start the backup, and it's I don't know, I have 507,000 items, and see if I do delete. It's beginning to do a copy, and it's copying at about 25 megabytes a second. And if I have 4 terabytes or 3 terabytes to copy, it's going to take a long time. But you can see that it's going, it says time remaining is more than a day to do a backup this way. Again, I'm backing up 3 or 4 terabytes, so obviously that takes a while. I doubt you have 3 or 4 terabytes, but nonetheless, this gives me a backup without having to take the computer apart, without having to use SAT connectors and all that sort of business. It is slow, but it does work. Okay, that's how I am making and if I go up one, you'll see that I still have my 2024 version, and I'm in the process of creating a 2025 backup version. And that's what you do to make a backup. This is a case of where I have a hard drive. I will try to take care of the case where I use a thumb drive, or you can use a USB drive that you can buy that has maybe 2 or 3 terabytes on it, and I have one of those. It's actually right here. I don't see it at this point. Anyway, that's enough of this. This is how you back up a D drive with all your data is put on the D drive. Okay, I'm going to end this.